Well, that was chaotic, wasn't it? Thank you so much for bearing with me there. You see, this is what happens. Can you hear me okay? Let's just check you can hear me okay. See if there's any other issues. Can you hear me? Hi, Kat in Wales. Hi, Ramona, Maria, Beverly, Jet, Jenny. Yeah, you can hear me. Good. Okay. Huge, huge apologies. I don't know what happened. The last time I went live was October last year. And it said webcam and it used my above camera. All right. I'm just waiting for Charlotte to jump on here. Okay. Um, I'll just tell her new live. Come onto this one so that she can jump in. See, I would not have done this during Mercury retrograde because I know there'd be problems, but I thought it would be all right today. You are so patient with me. Bless you. All right. So it's tea and tarot time with Julie. Here we are. Well, clearly, the people who are meant to be here are going to be here, and that'll be you lot. So all is good. Let me see who we've got in here. Whit, Mary, Sarah, AQ, Ladyship, Gina, Karen, Angela, Beverly, Valerie, Maria, Manny, Carolina, Stephanie, Kendra, Donna. Oh, we got Donna Marie. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, it's been some time. And what else have we got? Kit Kat, Jenny Lover, Jolene, Jackie, Dordorinda, PC Cat. How many have we got in here now? 143. I think that's what we had in the other one. So I think you're more or less all over, except for my moderator, my assistant, Charlotte, who doesn't seem to be here yet. She'll find it. She'll find it. She's like, what have I got to do to be your moderator going live? I'm like, you'll figure it out. It'll be all right. So how are you, my beautiful people? Hello, Mickey Pod. Long time no here from Switzerland. Ingrid, hi. Sandy, Pliers, hi. Who else have we got? Karen. There we go. All right, we've got loads of you here. So thank you. Welcome. Do you like the hair a bit longer? It's growing. It's getting there. It's a little bit mental. My hair has always been a little bit mental, but I love it. Hi, Wendy in Canada. So what we're going to do today, this is my way of saying thank you to you lot for us reaching 250,000 subscribers, 250,000, which is frankly quite staggering and hugely appreciated. So I wanted to give back a really little bit to kind of say, well, do you need some guidance? Do you want to chat? Got any questions? No charge. You haven't got to do PayPal. You haven't got to do super chat or super thanks. My angels will guide me to who I am drawn to kind of focus in on their questions. So if you have a question you would like me to pull a couple of tarot cards for you, it will be brief, then I will just go with the ones I feel drawn to go with. But before we do that, let's have a little chat about the energies at the moment. Okay. And I want to just kind of update you where we're at. So September, interesting month. Oh yeah, and thank you so much for all your wonderful birthday wishes. Oh my goodness me, I think I had about 500 birthday wishes, if not more. So thank you. I had a lovely birthday. I spent the time with my family, and on the weekend and on my actual birthday, it was just a very chill day. Went out for lunch. It was lovely, but I didn't do any work. Well, I didn't do any YouTube work and I didn't do any client work, but I've been working on my latest book and I finished it on Friday night. And I don't class that as work, even though I will get completely obsessed with it, but I love it. It's just flowing and it's just lovely. So I did a bit on my book. So that's really good. And for those of you, you might have noticed on the community page, probably early August, maybe even July, that I put up a post asking for your spiritual questions to make sure that when I wrote that book, which is called From Hope into Having, the Formula to Spiritual Connection, because you watch me and you're like, how does she do that? How does she connect like that? How does she talk to her angels like that? So I wanted to put a book together to say, this is how you do it. This is what you've got to do. So anyway, the book's finished and I have gone through all of your questions and made sure that I have answered each and every one of them. I haven't named you. I haven't said, Janet wants to know this or Hayley wants to know that. I've just encompassed it into the book, but I have answered all your questions. It won't be out for a while, okay? But I wanted you to recognize, for me to recognize that when I ask you something and you give me that feedback, I do take it on board, okay? All right, so the eclipse, right? So we had the eclipse on the 7th, 8th of September, depending where you are in the world, maybe even the 9th for those of you in New Zealand. And where are you, by the way? Are you all over? Because it is very late here now for my beautiful followers in Australia and New Zealand. It's like gone midnight. So I don't know how many of you are going to be here. And it's very early for my PST people over in California and over in Vancouver. So where are you in the world? You're usually all over the place. The reason the book will be a while is because I have now got myself a literary agent. Oh, who knew? So the literary agent is going out to publishers to see if any of them are interested in taking my From Hoping to Having books on, which would be amazing because it would mean that more people get access to them, because they'd be in like Waterstones and Barnes and Nobles and supermarkets and airports and all loveliness like that. So we are waiting to see what happens next. And I just put it out to the universe and say, I am aligned with this and it will come. So let's see where you are. Oh, Netherlands, Denmark, Scotland. We've got Kansas in the US, Nebraska, California, Dublin, Canada again, Sweden. You're all over the place. I love you guys. You are amazing, you know. Okay. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I can't read them this fast. It goes so quickly. So let's have a quick chat about the eclipse, and I'm going to dive into some of your questions. Okay, so that eclipse on the 7th, 8th, 9th, 8th is really kind of a bit either side, kind of brought stuff up to the surface, been building for a while. And then the next one comes on the 21st of September. Now, this kind of window between the two brought up a lot of stuff, okay? Triggered, poked, prodded, ouch, a bit of stuff for most of us. Did for me. I know it did for my daughter. I know it has for a lot of you reading your comments. And now it seems to be calming down, right? The issue I had has now been resolved. It's just, right. So what was it all about? It was all about, are you going to react in exactly the same way as you've always reacted before? Or can you do it differently? Can you drop into the heart and come from a place of love and understanding rather than, you know? And so that's what's been going on. Could we stand back, step back and say, how have I grown from the last time this was prodded and poked? Can I respond differently? A response is quite different to a reaction, isn't it? And I know certainly for me, I failed in that first 2 weeks. I just reacted like I had before. And then I kind of was able to step into it and smooth it and send energy into it to neutralize it. So what about you? How have you managed? What's been coming up for you? What's been triggered for you? For me, it was a sense of betrayal, being taken advantage of, because I've had that before. And it's all settled now. Well, what has it been for you? Has it come up that you're not good enough, or that you're not this enough or that enough? What's been going on for you? And has it calmed down a little bit? Because if it hasn't yet, it should do over the next week or so. So I want you to hang on in there. Okay. All righty. So, the other thing that I think would be helpful for you is have a little look at your favorite astrologer about this eclipse and about the shifts we've got going on. Because in a few weeks' time, we've got Pluto doing something, got Venus doing something. So my favorite, as you probably know, is Willow Grace. Patty, she's called, and she's lovely. We've become quite good friends now, actually, after I've had her on my channel a few times. But if you don't really understand what the hell's going on with this energy, check out Willow Grace, or check out one of the other astrologers, whoever you feel drawn to, because people have different energy, don't they? And the same as cards, tarot cards have got different energy. We've got to find the one that feels right for us, that we resonate with. And what works for me might not work for you. And that's okay. All right. Because we're all different. So, anything else I want to say about the eclipse, please? I'm just asking my team. No, go and answer some questions. They're saying, okie dokie. All right. So I'm just going to scroll up through the chat and see who I feel drawn to. Okay. Where do I want to go, please? I'm just scroll up and they'll sort of say to me, stop. Okay. Oh, Siobhan is saying I've got her through some tough times, finally on the up. Thank you, Julie. You're very welcome. I'm so glad things are turning round for you and you're getting where you want to be. Okay, I feel I want to go to this one. Julie Critchlow. Yeah, Julie Critchlow. Hi, Julie. Did I do the right thing pulling out of a house sale and back into renting? And will I ever buy a property? I'm in the UK. Okay, I feel drawn to answer Julie. So let me just tune in to Julie. Okay. So, Julie Critchlow, did you do the right thing pulling out of that house? Yes, you did. It's a strong yes. Yes, you did. They're saying, so the words I'm hearing, this time is needed for you to just be able to release a sense of pressure and expectation, for you to be able to just breathe, to be able to breathe for a little while, to feel a sense of choice and freedom. Okay, so I can just regroup. And then will I go back and buy another property in the future? That's a yes as well. Can I get a time scale on that, please? In the next year? No. The next 2 years? No. 3? No. 4, 5. About 4 or 5 years, I feel that you will come back onto the property ladder. All right, my lovely. So you did the right thing. Trust your gut. And if it helps, I sold my property in, where are we now? September 2023, and moved back into rental for a year while I was figuring out my next step before I bought the house I'm currently in. And so it's not always about going forward step by step by step. Sometimes we need to sort of take a side step, regroup, and then go forward again. And they're giving me another example, and this is for a few of you as well. When I was in the business world a long time ago, I was in quite a high job and I was really struggling with the pressure and the stress. I took a job. I went down. I'd gone up about 5 levels, and it was just, the pressure was ridiculous as a single mum with young children. So I went down about 2 levels. So I was still up from where I was, but I was down from where I'd been at the time, and it fitted much better. So sometimes we need to go sideways, sometimes we need to step back before we can then move forward again. Okay, that makes sense? All righty, let's see who else I want to go to. I'm scrolling up again, scrolling up. See if we've got questions here I feel drawn to. Okay, here's one from Kendra. Happy birthday, thank you. How do you suggest working with the energies of September Pisces solar eclipse if you're trying really hard to manifest a new chapter in your career and life, but it's not manifested? Okay, so the astrologers say that you should not use the eclipses to manifest. It's not a really good time to manifest, all right? So let me just ask my spiritual team what they think about that. Okay, so what they're saying is you can manifest at any time. You can always manifest, you always are manifesting. However, the energy of the eclipses is more about manifesting the release of what doesn't serve you so that it's easier to step into what does serve you. Okay, so instead of trying to manifest something new during an eclipse, it would be more to say, what words do you want me to use? What within me, my circumstances and my life, is preventing me from stepping into the best version of myself? Thank you for showing me. Thank you for helping clear it. Thank you for helping me have the strength to deal with, face, release whatever is blocking me or preventing me or slowing me down. And so we use that eclipse energy. We are manifesting in a way by saying, right, I've got this goal that's over here, and there's a wall in front of me that's I can peek over it and see what's the other side, but I can't quite get there. So we're going to use the eclipse energy to release, and then we can go forward. Okay, so I'm just listening to what they're saying. Anything that's come up leading up to the eclipse, that is something new, that's fine. And then if nothing actually sort of happens, manifests during that 2-week period between the 8th and the 23rd or 21st, that kind of time, just trust that it's unlocking, unblocking. They're showing me like the cogs in a wheel, like, you know, those big safes they have in the bank vault, you know, that they turn the wheel, it's going click, 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 and then it'll open, but it's got to go through several clicks first. That's kind of the impression that they're giving me for us to be able to manifest during an eclipse, that it's more about unlocking, click, click, click. Then once the vault opens, we're good to go. Okay. So we're in this unlocking. If Willow Grace is in the chat, Patty, chuck in the comments what you would suggest about manifesting, but that's what I'm getting at the moment. I hope that makes sense. All right, let me scroll down and see who else I want to jump on. That sounds bad, don't it? I want to jump on you. Don't mean it like that. Whose question I want to jump on? Okay. All right, Dawn Fitzpatrick would love a short message on something I am unsure of, please. Okay, something you're unsure of. Message for Dawn. Dawn Fitzpatrick. Listen to your gut. Your gut is telling you everything. My stomach is churning as I'm in your energy here, Dawn. So listen to the gut. It knows. You're trying to come up and into your head for your mind to work it out rather than let your gut lead. Your gut is your intuition. Let your gut lead. Okay, you can also use use the balance technique. Put your dominant hand on your heart. Put 2 feet flat on the floor. Any of you can do this in terms of if I've got a decision to make and I'm not sure. And I'm teaching you this in my new book, how to get the answers from your higher self. Put your feet on the floor, hand on your heart, close your eyes, make sure you're sat up straight, okay? And then ask your inner being to give you a yes or a no. A yes is coming forward and a no is pulling back. Am I going the right way? Is this a good decision for me? I'm unsure. Is that uncertainty because of fear or because it's wrong for me? Because we can go into something that's really right for us and still be scared. So we don't want the fear to dictate and think, oh, well, because I'm scared, it mustn't be right for me then, because it absolutely can be right for you. So they're saying, listen to your gut, okay? Because the gut will give you that answer. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Caroline, new to your chat, loved reading your books. Oh, bless you, thank you. Discovering tarot and watching your readings has been uplifting and really positive for me. I'm so pleased. That's why I do this. I want to be able to give you some direction and some upliftment and some encouragement without it being fake positivity. Do you know what I mean? Because that can be a bit toxic, all right? Hello, Helen in Wales. Oh, Elizabeth, it's your birthday in Canada. Happy birthday, Elizabeth. Paula? Yeah. All right, hi to Sherry in Boston. All right. Ramona Dimensions. I'd like to know in which domain will be in my next job. So what you're talking about there is industry. I'm just asking about this. So Spirit is saying the industry itself isn't important. It's about the values underneath it, that it either mirrors within you or clashes within you. Does the job inspire me, motivate me? instill in me a sense of growth, a sense of excitement, a sense of wonder, a sense of curiosity? If the answers to any of those are yes, it doesn't matter what the industry is. So it's more about it meeting your needs emotionally, psychologically, and financially, because all of those will aid you in feeling that sense of fulfillment and enrichment. That's what Spirit is saying about that one. Okie dokie. Um, what else have we got here? Let's have a look. Steph, I've been stuck in a toxic marriage and I want to move on. Is now the time? I love your channel and your book. So bless you. Thank you. Okay, let's have a look then. Where we gone, Steph? I've been stuck in a toxic marriage and I want to move on. All right, is now the right time? Steph, please. So I'm getting a no on this. All right, that's interesting. Okay, because I always feel if you feel you want to move on, you should be moving on. But they're giving me a kind of pull back a little bit. All right, so let's just find out a little bit more for you, Steph. Why don't we now? Let's have a couple of cards on this. Pull back a little bit. It's not a no, but it feels like it's a not yet. Okay, something needs to come into place. Whether that's somewhere for you to move on to, you know, you want a home to move on to, or you want your partner to get a home to move on to so that they can go. There's something that needs to come into place first. Tell me what you have for Steph, please. Okay, so we've got the victory card, recognition, riding high, moving on. This is a success card. So, Steph, it is right for you to move on, but it feels like something needs to click into place first. Sometimes, and I've left situations, marriages like this without anywhere to go with children. It's not easy when you've got kids with nowhere to go. Extremely stressful. You've been manifesting this, Spirit is saying, for a while here. And basically, not just the answers, the practicalities are falling into place. So if you're looking for a home, a rental that you can move into to get away from this person, or a friend that's going to say, I've got a spare room, that is coming. Can I get a timing on that, please, for Steph? Within the next week? No. Within the next month? Yes, within the next month. Okay, so not the next week, but within the next month. It feels like everything's going to be in place by when? They're giving me 18th of October for you, Steph. Okay, so whatever that step is, whether it's the money, whether it's the support, whether it's a home, there's a step that needs to happen first, and then you're good to go. All right. Okie dokie. Let me come back and see some of these comments. Okay. Tia Mayer, when is my career breakthrough? Okay, we're looking for timing, please, for Tia. Tia Mayer. Career breakthrough for Tia, please. Just coming into your energy, Tia. Okay. Within the next months? No. Within the next 3 months? No. Okay, so we're into 2026. Yeah, it's 2026. Okay, can we get a timing of when in 2026, please? First quarter? Okay, first quarter is a yes. January, February. Feels like as we're coming into March, all right? So end of February into March feels like the timing is right. Now they're giving me from that period until about the end of May. So that's the optimum energy. It can happen at any time, but this is where it feels more likely. Okay. All right, my lovely. Karen McKenzie, hope I'm well. I am, thank you. All right. Are things going to get better financially? Are things getting better for Karen, please? Not currently, because you're not aligned with ease. You're aligned with struggle, which is always a bit of a, isn't it? Right. So the thing is, when we're in financial struggle, we're aligned with financial struggle. Been there. a long time. Okay, get it. Okay. So what we want to do, Karen, is shift your energy frequency from within you, from financial struggle to financial ease, which takes a bit of effort to move from there over here, okay? Because we've got to step into trust, we've got to step into faith, we've got to step into self-belief. There's a few different steps to take. It'll help you to read my Wealth and Success book, or you don't have to. Go and watch some Abraham Hicks videos on YouTube. They're free, and she'll talk about how to shift your alignment over. But at the moment, it feels as if it's a nice to have financial ease, but I'm not fully aligned with it. It's over there and I'm over here. There's a gap, and we've got to close that gap to get you from where you are to where you want to be. All right, my lovely. Okie dokie. All right. Oh, bless you, Rose. I'm just looking at the message from Gardner. Rose Gardner. Hi, Julie. I find your readings very helpful. I wonder if my daughter, who passed in November, is where she is meant to be. Oh, bless you. I can feel that grief, Rose. All right, my darling. Okay, so I am obviously sending you much love, and I'm sure everybody else in the chat will join me in sending you love as you navigate this first year of loss and grief of your daughter. Okay, can we confirm, please, where her daughter is and if she's okay? So, of course, my angels are saying, of course. All right, I can't connect to your daughter. I don't work as a medium, but my team is saying she's absolutely fine. She's with her loved ones. She watches over you. She watches down over you. She keeps an eye on you. Okay. She's sad that you're sad. Okay. What else? This is going to lift it's this big cloud of grief that's over you. It comes and it goes, doesn't it? It's a lot better than it was in the first 3 months, that's for sure. But it still comes like drowns you. Ask your angels to help lift this off you, because she's fine, my lovely. The other thing they want you to know is it was her time. All right. We often have this thing, don't we? You know, our children are not supposed to go before we are. It was her time. It's part of her soul contract, and it's also part of yours, because you are working through grief and loss. And therefore you needed somebody to lose in order to extend that sense of growth. Oh, horrible though, isn't it, my lovely? Okay, but she's fine. Okay, all righty. All right, let's have a look. Mickey Pod. Hello, Mickey. When is the time of intense energies will cease? And do your guides think it will be December 2025? No. Sorry, Mick. Mickey Pod. Lovely. I love you guys. All right. Now, this intense energy, what we would call intense, all right, the eclipse energy for these 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks is intense. Then it eases. And then we kind of go, it's going to be a little bit like this. 25 and 26 are a little bit like that. Okay. But it's all part of this shift ready into the golden age, which is supposed to be in 2032. So 2025 and 2026 are the kind of breakthrough years. So what does that mean, the breakthrough years? If we're in the wrong job, the wrong country, the wrong relationship, if we're in the wrong health, if we're in the wrong limited thinking, all of this is kind of coming up, breaking open, breaking out, so that we can rise into the heart center from a place of love and live life through heart-centered purpose. So consequently, if we've been waiting on this or waiting on that, and it feels like it isn't coming, this is our chance to look at, well, what's the blocks? What's in the way? What am I doing to align with it? Perhaps that's not in alignment with me and it shouldn't be, and I'm going in the wrong direction. It's about us reevaluating. It's a bit of effort, isn't it? I know. But also, it is the time where If you've been waiting and waiting and waiting for your success, whatever that is for you, 2025 and 2026 can be the breakthrough of that was sort of held back from you, that you can now step into. So these are wonderful years. Can be a bit exhausting because it's a bit like that, but wonderful years. We're going to look back on this, benefit of hindsight, fabulous in it, but hard work while you're doing it. We're going to look back and say, oh my God, look at what I learned, look how I grew, look what I changed, look what I challenged. Look at me, and I'm so proud of me, and look where I am now. That's going to be you in a few years' time, okay? But this time in 2025 and 26 is getting you there. And so, think they're giving me the example of school. Think back to around about 16. In the UK, we have GCSEs, and you've probably got your equivalent of them around 16. They are incredibly stressful for 15, 16-year-olds to go through. Horrific. But you get through that stress and it sets you up for your future. And if you don't get through it and you fail miserably, as I did, you can come back to it later. I went to university when I was 50 and came out with a first class honours degree. Failed miserably at school. Okay, so it's while we're going through that, it's hard, but it's worth it. Okay. So will it all settle by December? It will be more settled than it is in this 2-week eclipse period. I feel that things are settling down from when? About 23rd, 24th of September. I feel things will be a little bit calmer um, until, okay, they're talking about the next 6-month period, September to March. This is where everything's coming up to be sorted. And that can be incredibly positive, not just like hard work stuff. Like, I've just got myself an agent. In the next 3 months, I'll probably get a publishing deal. So this 6 months could completely transform my life. And I could look back in another 2 years saying it all happened in 25 and 2026, and look where I am now. Okay, but equally, it's something that I've wanted for 14 years since I wrote my first book in 2011. And it might be that it doesn't happen, and it's a dream that wasn't meant to happen, and get on with it yourself with your self-publishing as you have, and that's fine. So I'm just allowing. That's hard, isn't it? Let go and let God. But that's the best way to be. We manifest, we set it. This is what I want if it's in my highest good. All right. And if it is in my highest good, I'm aligned with it to flow. If it isn't in my highest good, I'm allowing it to be blocked and stopped. So just try and get into that flow. Anything else they want to say about that? By the time we get to the middle of February 2026, the bulk of the work will be done. When I say work, it's those triggers and pokes and prods and the alignment and the manifesting and the recognizing and the self-realization. You should be more or less there by the time we get to February, March. And then it's like, now we've got that solid foundation. They're showing me an image of the Tower of Pisa, and it's like, the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy, right? That if your life is built like this on a 45-degree angle or whatever the angle is for pizza, you keep building it up and eventually it's going to fall over because the foundation is just not strong enough. We look at the Leaning Tower of Pisa and wonder why it hasn't fallen over now. But if they put another 10 levels on it, it would fall over. And this is the thing, what we're doing. We're putting more levels on. It's going higher and higher. So we need to make sure that foundational base is strong and solid and balanced, because now, no matter what we put on it, going higher and higher and higher, it's not going to fall over. All right. So this is the time of getting that foundation right, getting those foundations deep and strong and solid. And we're talking career, we're talking homes, relationships, health, mental health, well-being, attitudes, behaviors, habits. All of that is being kind of poked and prodded to see what works and what doesn't. And it'll all be worth it in the end. Does that sound okay? Does that sound hairy, scary, or does that sound exciting and liberating? And I'm ready. Comment that below. I'm ready. I'm ready for my best life. Bring it on. Bring it on. Okay, let's have a little look at Leslie Ray. Adore you, Julie. Thank you very much. Will I finally be able to find my ex and obtain a divorce after these 11 years? If so, when? And what should my next steps be? Oh, bless you. 11 years, ex-husband who's disappeared, that you can't get a divorce because you don't know where he is. Oh, that's hard, isn't it? Oh, bless you. That would kill me. Okay. All right. So can we get some answers, please? Are we going to find him? So I'm getting a no, we're not. Okay. So next steps. There is a way. My angels are saying there is a way. And I don't know what country you're in. I think probably America. So, and I'm not a lawyer anyway. And if I was, I only know British law. They're saying there is a way. That if you've demonstrated and you can evidence that you've demonstrated that you've tried to find him and you've done X, Y, Z to find him and you haven't been able to find him, that you would be able to obtain the divorce without his signature. There is a way, they're saying. Okay. But I'm getting a no that you're not going to find him. Sorry about that, my lovely. Okay. Maria, I'm ready. Maria, well done. Okay. Hello, Shannon. How are you, my lovely? You're very welcome. Mickey, you're welcome. Okay. Terry Ferguson, thank you, Julie, for any guidance for me with my adult daughter who is struggling and pulled away from me and our family. As a mother, my heart breaks, but I'm lost as how to support her. Terry, it's a hard one as a parent to say, my kids don't want to talk to me. We're estranged. I've got to find a way to fix this. I've got to find a way to make it right. There must be a way I can support her or him. And I get it. But the answer is no. The answer is let go. Okay. So she's struggling, and her path will be when any of us push our parents away and estrange ourselves, and I say ourself and us because I have done this. When we do this, it's because we need that space, either for our own recovery or our own growth. And that growth could be in independence, having no support from the family because we're estranged. So I've got to figure this out on my own. That will be part of her soul contract, her soul purpose. So the more that you rail against it and you are in resistance of it, with the woulda, shoulda, coulda, this shouldn't be happening. There must be a way to fix it. I could do this, I could do that. The more pain you will be in, the more suffering you will be in. It's very toxic for you. And it's toxic for her because she'll pick up that resistance energetically. My mother has not accepted this. She keeps reaching out. So stop and allow it to be what it is. You know, that saying about, let a bird fly away, and if it's meant to come back, it'll fly back to you. Let go and let God. Ask your angels to help you come to terms with it, and ask your angels to comfort you in your loss, because you've lost her for now. She's not dead. She might come back, but right now you've lost her. She's not in your life. And it's hard. But this is where you have to find, we don't have to do anything, but if you stay in this energy, you will continue to suffer. So in order for you to free yourself from the suffering, you have to find a way forward to say, my job was to raise her, to bring her to a certain point in independence, in values, and now she's flown the nest and she's chosen to do that on her own. Okay, think about Buddha. He was a prince, wasn't he? And off he went, leaving his family. I think he had a wife as well and kids. He just left them. Nobody heard from him for years. And yet we love Buddha. We don't think, you selfish git. What about your poor family? He went off seeking enlightenment. Now your daughter's going off seeking herself. Let her, and trust that if she's meant to come back, she will. All right? Sending you a lot of love. Okay. Melissa, can I get a message from my guides, please? Melissa Harper, I'm going to pull you a couple of cards. How are we doing, people? We enjoying this? Okay. For Melissa Harper, show me a few hearts if you're enjoying this. Okay. Melissa, we got the Fool. Oh, nice. And the King of Swords. Okay, so Melissa, a message from your guides. You are in a time of great clarity about your new beginning. So if you are currently feeling a little confused and befuddled, then that clarity is going to come, because the new beginning, and it's a big new beginning, is on your doorstep. Timing wise, please. Over the next 6 months, during this period, September to March, you will see, feel, and find a massive shift in consciousness, awareness, light, and power. Step into your King of Swords energy, which is truth, clarity, intelligence, logic, and follow your path, they're saying. The path is laid out. It will be, if you're not seeing it at the moment, it will be laid out. So just follow it. Okay. All right. Let me just have some water and read some of your comments. Oh, somebody's given me a super chat. Thank you very much. Who's that? Let me just click on that. Resh, thank you. You don't need to do super chat for me to give you a message, but it does make it stand out. Resh, great to see you again. Oh, is that Reshma? What timeline will my dream job show up? What blocks do I need to remove to connect to my higher self? Okay, so the blocks with your higher self, that answer came through first, which is your own intelligence, your own logic. You work things out in your head. And so, of course, when we're trying to connect to the higher self, we've got to bypass the head. We've got to bypass the mind. So how do you do that? Let go. They're saying journaling is going to help you. Write the question and then allow the answer to flow. Write as quickly as you can, because when you're writing, when you're writing quickly, your mind hasn't got enough time to kind of butt in. That's going to help you. In terms of the timeline for the dream job, what is the dream? Are you clear on it? Are you focused on it? Do you get clear in your goal? Are you aligned with it? Are there any blocks in the way? There's no blocks in the way to your goal of your dream job. Are you clear on it? Yes, you are. Yeah, that all feels good, Resh. Okay, so timing wise, next 6 months, no. 6 to 12 months, yes. Okay, can we get any more specific? No. Okay, they're not going to give you any more than that. So sometime between March and September 2026 feels good for you. All right, my lovely. Okay. All right. How do I get rid of that now? I clicked on it and now, oh, there we go. Now it's gone. All right. Let me come down to the bottom of the chat and see where we are at. Let's have a look. Okay, I feel drawn to Priscilla Mickle Marino. Okay, Priscilla Mickle Marino, a Scorpio. Any advice about my love situation? Alone, way too much. Okay. Let's get some cards. They're saying pull some cards for you. Okay. Oh, we've got the Nine of Cups. Hello. And the Ace of Wands. Ooh, okay. All right. This looks very good for love. Very good. Okay. So Nine of Cups is a wish fulfilled. Ace of Wands is new passion, new excitement, new enthusiasm. Now, what my team are saying, my spiritual team, they are saying that if you want love in your life, which you clearly do, remember that everything is always a reflection of you. And remember that if you want real, honest, open, transparent, connected love, you need to embody all of that in yourself, about yourself. You need to love you first. Okay. So I want you to look at how much you show up for yourself, how much you're committed to yourself. There's an issue with the loving relationships and commitment. And so commitment is the thing that is being missing. So am I committed to myself? and loving myself and my own dreams, have a little look at that, because that's the block. And when you find it, it will clear and you can step into this, which looks really good. Oh my goodness me, is that $100? Wow, Melissa Harper, thank you so much. That's just blown me away. Wow, and my hair looks fabulous. Bless you, thank you. That just is amazing. Thank you. I don't think I've ever seen such a high donation. Yeah, it's growing. It's getting there. It is sort of down here now, but my hair's so curly that it kind of bounces back up. I'm going to give it another probably 6 months, and then that's where I'm going to let it stay. I don't want hair down my back like a 20-year-old, but I will kind of get it to about, where am I? About here. About, yeah, 6 to 12 months, and then it'll be like, right, I've got it where it wants to be. And it's thick. Anyway, right, we're not here to discuss my hair, are we? Okay. Sheila J. Hi, Julie. When am I leaving the hospital job? All right. When are you leaving the hospital job? When is Sheila leaving the hospital job? Can I get a timing on this for Sheila, please? This year? Oh, no, that's a choice. I've got a yes, no. I've got a when do you want to go? It's about your alignment. Okay. All right, let's ask a different question then. When is the best time for you to go? No? They're saying ask a different question. Okay. What question? Is it in my highest good to go? Yes, it is in your highest good to go. When you go feels like a choice. You know, some things are fated, you know, destined, planned. Other things are more fluid and more to do with your own will. So it is right for you to go. In terms of timing, it could be this year, but I feel more likely next year. I'm getting April. Yeah, I feel around April. Okay. It's probably the best time for you to go. Okay. All right. That's what I'm getting on that one. We'll close that energy off now. All right, bless you. Right, Remy and the star of Astoroth. Okay, my birthday's on Thursday. Happy birthday. Yay, Virgos. Could I please have a general reading? Thank you so much. Love your work. I'm just going to pull 2 cards for you for your birthday, Remy. Okay, so we have got Justice, Judgment, the Rebirth card, and the 4 of Cups. So you're wanting a rebirth. Birthday time is a rebirth anyway, naturally. And so you are wanting that rebirth. 4 of Cups. Where do I feel stagnant, stale? Where do I feel disillusioned, disappointed? Because then the realization comes in, and then you're going, that's what I actually want. Right, now I can go for that. Then that Judgment card can come in, and you rise up out of that boredom, out of that stagnancy. Even if we're in a job that we love, if we're not learning anything, we're not growing, we're not, you know, when you get to that point where it's just the same old rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. I like my job, but it doesn't stimulate me anymore. You are somebody that needs stimulation, not constantly, but you know what I mean? They're saying, you know what I mean. Okay, so they want you to have a look at that. Okay. All righty. Anything else? Okay, because I can feel I'm running out of steam. We're coming near the hour. Okay, let's have a look at that one from Courtney. Blessings. Courtney 1111. I'm selling home and moving, but I don't know where. I've picked 2 towns I've not been to, but will be traveling to soon. Any insight for which is most aligned, or is it elsewhere? Are either of those towns right for you? No, it's somewhere else. That was a quick answer. But you need to go to those towns. There's a purpose in you going to those towns. And I feel it's for you to be able to further pinpoint what it is you're looking for, because there's things in that town that feel really good, but there's something not quite hitting, and you won't know till you get there. And then when you get there, you'll be able to figure it out, and then you'll be like, okay, that's where it is, so that's where I need to go, and then you'll figure it out. Okay. All righty. Okay. Amarpal Kaur Sohi, hi Julie, any messages for me on my sacred travel business? I started 2 years ago and it still hasn't taken off. Um, I don't feel the energy is flowing with this at all. I can't, as I try to just tune into it, I feel like I'm on the edge of it and I can't get into it properly. There's something not, it's not flowing. The energy isn't flowing. So what I'm hearing from my guides is that this is you're drawn to this, very drawn to this because you've done it before. In a previous life, you did this. You were not exactly a travel guide, but you were part of a kind of a group of guiding people like a tour guide. You've done this before, so you feel drawn to it in this lifetime. It aligns with you, but it doesn't. It's past life stuff. It's not this life stuff, and that's why I feel it's not taking off. Um, and I don't feel it will. It's there. It's kind of sitting there, but it's not flourishing. It's not growing. It feels. I don't feel that this is going to give you the success that you are looking for. I'm sorry, sweetie. That's what I'm getting. If you could shift something in it, change something in it, it might open up the energy. But as it stands, it feels like they're showing it like in a container. It doesn't feel open to flow. It feels restricted. So it's just not kind of, I don't know. No, I'm getting a no in terms of it being your future income and giving you everything that you wanted. I'm not getting that about it. I'm sorry, sweetie. Okay. Okay, anything else? Oh, thank you, Valerie. Thank you so much. Um, is there any else? Oh, thank you, Sherry. Thank you very much. Okay, is there any more that I need to do? I'm jumping on that one. Arijana Ajik, should I buy a house before November? I'm getting around November. September is a no. From October the 20th, this is when it wants to kind of come in. Okay. All right, that's closed. Okay, Tina, thank you for the super chat. Will you unite again with your twin flame in this lifetime? You won't be together in this lifetime, no. You might meet again, but just to kind of push something. There's some button that needs to push, some trigger, but you're not meant to be together in this lifetime. Okay. Okay, LP Hastings. My partner and I are having difficulty aligning on where we need to live to make the most money and be happy. We're both afraid of pulling the trigger on a decision. Okay. So my guides are saying it's not the right question to ask. Your location is not going to impact your income. Okay. So this is understanding that income is to do with security, and security is to do with a state of being. Sometimes moving location can align your being with that security, and then the money can flow. And so we'll say it's flowing because I'm in the right location. But when you're aligned within yourself, you could live absolutely anything, anywhere, and it wouldn't stop it. So um, basically, don't put you're attaching. Okay, so we don't want to attach anything to anything. We want to allow flow. You're attaching your financial success to your geography of where you live. Separate them out. They're separate things. Align with the flow, and align with the right geography, but don't attach them together. Detach. Okay. All righty. Anything else that I'm just looking away from the screen for a moment to ask my team, is there any other messages that is important for me to, they're saying one more. Okay, one more. All right. Which one do you want me to go to? I'm scrolling through. The way they work it with me, by the way, I've got all of those chats. You can see it in the chat yourself. There's loads of them coming through. And it's like one stands out as if it's been highlighted. Okay. That's the way it works for me when they're saying answer that one. So I just scroll through and then I'll get a stop kind of thing. Which one is it that you want me to? Chantal, I'm getting Chantal Walsh. Any news on the sale of my property resolving soon? So it's a yes. It will resolve. It depends on your definition of soon. Within the week, no, 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, I feel. Okay. Okay, so that is where I'm going to draw the line on stopping now, okay? Because when I'm doing these individual readings, I go into your energy to get the answers. And so it takes a lot more out of me than if I just pulled a card, okay? So I'm kind of run out of energy now. So I won't answer any more personal questions. I'm just asking, is there anything? Yeah, they would like me to do a little bit of just a gentle healing, little bit of healing guidance for you to align you with ease. All right. So I want to jump on that now. And if you want to stay for that, it's only going to be a few minutes. Okay. But they know that these energies for many of us have been, this is their words, have been quite challenging, draining, exhausting. So we're going to pull together now. Everybody that's in the chat that wants to stay here, pulling your energy together as one. And I want you to close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Breathe into your heart. Feel your heart open. And feel these words. I am love. I am loving. I love myself. I love my life. I love everything I have and everything I am and everything I will be. And I want you to breathe that love now down into your belly, into your solar plexus, into your confidence, into your trust, into your personal power, into your joy. I am loving in my power. I am loving in my trust. I trust in myself. I trust in my heart. I trust in my desires. I am now aligning with ease, grace, flow. I allow all to be as it is within my highest good. I am drawing to me the best circumstances, the best people, the best situations. I am drawing to me all the support that I need and desire and that can help me. I am open to help from all directions within my highest good. From this moment forward, my life flows with ease and grace. From this moment forward, my life improves every day in every way into my greatest self, my greatest expression of self, and my greatest heart center of love. I am all that I am, and all that I am is divine. I am at peace. I am with peace, and all is well. Thank you. All righty. Me, myself, I, first time here. That was great. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me. Sorry about the mess up at the beginning. I'll have to be careful of that, won't I, next time? Okay. I won't leave it a year. I'm sorry that it's been 11 months since my last live. I'm going to try and do these more regularly. Okay. Perhaps once a month or every couple of months. So thank you for your time. You guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to be putting out this week your bonus readings. Okay, I was going to do them by elements, earth, air, fire, water, but I decided to just do a 10-minute short video for each of the 12 signs. The first 3 will be going live tomorrow, so it'll all be up by Thursday, and then I'll be back on Friday for the weekly collective, and next week I should be up with your money and career readings for October. Okay, all right, my beautiful people, I'm going to sign off now. Thank you for being here. You are an absolute pleasure to spend this time with in this chat with you all. So thank you so much. All 293 of you that are here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Check out Willow Grace Astrology. The link will be in the chat there somewhere. And if you haven't subscribed to me yet, check me out too, okay? And subscribe. For those of you who don't know, it's free, you know, okay, to subscribe. All you need is an email address, and then you can subscribe. And what does that mean for you? It means that I will come up on your subscription list, and when I post a video, it has a little blue dot next to it, which says, oh, Julie Poole's got a new video up. Let's have a little look what that is. So let me just have a look at some of your comments. Thank you all for your love. And your thanks, and I'm glad that you enjoyed this and had a good time. Patricia is in the chat too. Good. All right, thanks for being here. Patty, Willow Grace Astrology, thank you for all of your donations. I really appreciate it. You don't have to do that. Just being here is enough, but I'm always very thankful. So cheers. All right, my lovely people, have a wonderful day. Blessings to you all. Lots of love. Bye-bye.